reported that the comet is coming.
Gaza Nation, you already know. It's your boy Jimmy Hoffa. Friday night, history was made yet again. The world boss, it's the first time he starred in one of his own music videos in 13 years. How crazy is that? The song is called The Comet. We all know that if you're a real Gaza fan, you know that he told us the comet was forwarding years ago.
People say Addy, damn it, you're at it again on the planet. Speaking erratic and bleach out and colored like Spider-Man comic. The comet is coming, no one can stop it.
But the comet has finally landed, and Dancehall is never gonna be the same again. The reigning king of Dancehall is finally back on his throne. So without further ado, let's get into the first video the world boss has released since being freed from incarceration. Crazy.
In a prison, me I make millions, me a talk about US dollar nigga. How about a big sound, watch it fever. It's a gold and it's a silver.
Alright, yo, let me light up my spliff. My fire grabber. Yeah. The first 4 bars. You know world boss is always the king of controversy, right? So he said, yo, even when I was in prison, I made millions of dollars. And I ain't talking JMD. I ain't talking won. He ain't talking yen. He's talking US millions. And you know US, you know, the power of a US dollar, it still goes a long way, even though it's not the same as it used to be. And then he says, I got a bag of big songs that he recorded in prison, right? He got Fever. Fever, wine punani. He got that, and he said it sold gold and it sold silver. So it sold silver in the UK, it's certified gold in Canada and the United States. And you know, Gaza Nation already knows the story, how he recorded that. An iPhone 5S and a mattress around his head in prison. That is absolutely insane. Most artists that have a studio and producers and the ability to promote it haven't made a gold song yet. Most artists, not just Jamaican artists period. So that's wild. To start off a song, that's wild.
Me fuck your mother through the prison grill. Me fuck your girl through the prison window. Wet up the pussy with me go finger. Then me dig it out hard with the timber.
The king of dancehall then says, yo, I was fucking your moms through the prison grill. I was fucking your girl through the prison window. I was wetting up her pussy with my middle finger. That's a little fuck you to the haters, right? I was fingering your girl with the middle finger, all the haters' girls in prison. And you can't lie about that, because this guy had how many relationships in prison before he turned one burner? Yeah, Lisa Mercedes and Jody Couture and his baby moms and this and that. And he was talking to girls still from prison. Half the people out on the street can't even get one girlfriend. This guy's in prison serving life at the time, still getting girls. What? The world boss.
To get a D in your city, that's a couple milli. US dollars and it cannot fit in your belly. The DJ them will never want people see me. Pussy wall who never want to judge you freely.
Yeah. The king of not just dancehall, the king of music, the GOAT. He says, yo, if you want to get me to perform my music in your country or in your city, it's gonna cost a couple million, right? And the reason why people rate Vybz Kartel as the greatest artist ever is because when he says something, it's not a lie, right? If he says something, it's the truth. There's not that many artists on earth that you can tell that they're telling the truth when they're recording music. Like a Jay-Z or a 50 Cent or somebody like that. That's the reason why Vybz Kartel is the greatest, is because he's not lying. It's gonna cost a couple $1 million to get him to perform. That's how valuable he is. That's how valuable he was before he went to prison, and now he's 10 times more valuable because of his backstory, because of everything that went on, right? And then he says, and that's not even gonna fit in your bill. So most people, you already know, can't afford to get Kartel to perform. You gotta take out a bank loan, or you gotta already be a billionaire to afford for Vybz Kartel to perform it in your venue, right? And then he said, this is where the controversy really starts. He said, the DJs, they never wanted the people to see him. So in Jamaica, a DJ is not a person making people dance at a party. The DJ is the MC. The DJ is the guy spitting. The DJ is the guy recording the music, right? So he said all the other popular dancehall DJs, the popular artists, they never wanted the people to see him again. They never wanted Gaza Nation, all the people who screamed free Kartel through his whole incarceration. The rest of the DJs on the island, either secretly or some that never even hit it, they never wanted Kartel to be free, right? So he said, pussy hoes, you never wanted the judge to free me. And we know you could just go, but people have short-term memory, selective memory. You know how many artists never wanted Kartel to see the light of day, right? And how many people, the haters, you know you're doing something right when you accumulate a lot of haters, right? So he has more fans, more supporters than haters, but the haters were out there, they were evident, right? So he's just giving them a line like, yo, I'm free now, right? You never wanted to see that. Pussy hoes, go suck your mother.
But from a touch the microphone, you get difficult in it. Who no career cut short like Nicki Minnie. You're even gritty like my daughter. Come here, pretty pretty. Hadi the original, the rest of them are in it.
World Boss then says, this is a stark warning to all the other dancehall artists, right? He says, but from the second I touch the microphone, you're all evicted out of dancehall. You're evicted out of my building. Dancehall is my building, and now that I'm free to do whatever I want, you're about to be evicted. Can't stay here no more, right? This is a crazy line. And then he says, your careers have now been cut short like Nicki Minnie. And I looked it up because I didn't know what a Nicki Minnie was. And I found out it's a mini skirt. It's like a new dress mini skirt. I don't know. I'm not up on women's fashion like that. I'm sure he was probably buying some Nicki Minis or something when he got free, right? And he says, you're not even gritty like my daughter. Come here, pretty Prinny. His daughter, Adiana, that's her nickname, Prinny, princess, right? And now that he's free, he's been spending time with her, taking her shopping and doing all the great things that, Adi always said he would do. So just a real dope line right there. And then he says, he's the original. The rest of them are all Emmys. The rest of them are all imitation, right? So he's the original. All the rest are carbon copies. If you tested dancehall's DNA, 50% of all dancehall artists, they'd find out that Vybz Kartel's the father. They go on Maury Povich and find out, Vybz Kartel, you are the father.
Prison did that, but out a road it heat worse. Me have me one opinion, no need yours. The internet a cost me about, me fi feature. Some of them a say them and some a set a niche.
This is where the verse gets crazy, right? This is where everything just goes bonkers, right? He says, prison was hot, but the road, but back on the street, the heat's worse, right? Which is a crazy line. You gotta really, pre that. And then he says, I have my own opinion. I don't need yours. So there's so many people in the media that are giving opinions. You should do this. You should act this way. You should speak this way. You should talk this way. You should promote this. You should denounce this. You should everything. They have opinions for everything, and opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one, right? But he says, I got my own opinions. I don't need yours. You don't need to tell me how to live life. I am world boss. I'm the dancehall king. Don't ever try to tell me how to live, right? And then he says, the internet a cuss about whom he feature. The internet is up in arms. I see more videos on grown men and women telling another grown man what woman he should be with. Should he be with C-Dem or should he be with Shorty, Tanisha? So when I first heard that line, I said, yo, Kartel, yo, this man, he's wild for just even mentioning that in the verse. I'd be scared if I wrote that. I'd be like, yo, to my girl, I'd be like, yo, is that all right that I wrote this bar? She'd be like, nah, take it out. But yeah, that was crazy. Just, I'm team Gaza Nation. I'm not team C-Dem. I'm not team Tanisha. I'm not team anything. I could give a fuck. I could care less about who he's dating or marrying. I don't give a shit as long as he's free, he's with the fam, and he's making music again and performing concerts again and buying, you know, sick whips and watches and shit and flying everywhere in private jets, right? That's all I care about. So crazy.
Let go me t-shirt. Remember say I one burn a me turn. When me feel let go her and keep her. Yeah, controversy start from the teacher return.
So then he gave the iconic laugh, right? Oh, that laugh was crazy. And over the years, if you're a real Kartel fan, you know his laughs are something special. They're very recognizable. He's been doing some of the illest ad-libs and the illest laughs you ever heard in all of music. I mean, you know, it's just insane. Everybody knows at least one of Kartel's laughs, right?
Everything what people say, both Vybz Kartel negative, but just laugh. No.
So then he said, let go of me t-shirt, right? Let go of me t-shirt. Get off my coattails. Stop fucking following me up like that, right? And then he said, remember, I said I'm a one burner now. So he's a one burner man. He's got one woman, right? That's his choice. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit. Most people can't get one woman. But yeah, you know, he's got a million women after him, and he decided to stay with the down woman who he really connected with in prison. And we don't know what they got going on, right? How many of you have ever spoke to C-Dem? How many of you have ever even spoke to the boss? So you have no clue what's going on with them. They could be the greatest power couple ever, like Gucci Mane and his wife or something. We don't know that. Time will tell. But yeah, I think it's real weird when like other men are like, I don't know, commenting on another man's relationship, because you have no clue what goes on behind closed doors. All you see is what they give to the public. That's all, right? And then he says a big controversy from when the teacher returned. World boss. So nothing but absolute controversy, gossip, and rumors since World Boss came home, right? Like wild shit. I can't even address half of the crazy shit people. He's a clone? Like, damn, this shit is crazy. But yeah, that's the World Boss. Greatest artist of all time. That's the GOAT. And trendsetter, you already know. And I got my tickets December 31st. I'm in Infield South. It's going to be the craziest shit you ever seen. And I just can't wait to see if there's going to be more music forwarding. If that's an intro to me for some reason, let me know in the comments if it feels the same to you. But it feels like an intro. It's one verse and then he repeats it again. And I thought I told you that the comet was coming. I thought I told you that the comet was coming. That's the hook, and it's just wild. And Red Boom, big up Red Boom, big up Chrome Video Entertainment, right? He filmed it. So imagine making history, you get to film World Boss's first video that he's actually stars in. And Red Boom, we found out, you know, Red Boom and Dunwell were his audio engineers. And look at how dope and crisp it sounds when Kartel can actually go into a studio, sit down with Red Boom, and they can chop it up together. That chorus sounds so clean, and I bet you a bunch of those ideas that he had when he was in prison, he couldn't implement because he didn't have an actual studio to get to. So now that they have that, the new sounds that are going to be forwarding, that he's gonna play with these new sounds now that he has the opportunity to, and it's gonna change the game once again. Dancehall again will be changed forever, and he's one of the people who changed the sound of dancehall originally, but he's still the reigning king, and no other person on earth can really say that, right? So crazy verse. I can't wait to hear more. But I was just checking in with everybody and letting you know that I heard it and it's dope. The only way this song could be doper was if I was in the video. Gaza Nation.